these Giants? They're only a game out of first after Daniel Jones taking on Washington at home. Saquon Barkley says, who's going to replace me? The answer is Wayne Goldman, but no one told Washington. Look how open he is. They don't cover him. That's a touchdown in the flat. Giants a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Daniel Jones, Dan Orlovsky, is human. He's back to throw. He's looking for Sterling Shepard, but there's his first interception of his NFL career.
Little pressure up the middle on him, and then he does not see that safety kind of cutting that crosser, essentially throw it right to him.
He would throw 2 picks on the day. Washington, because Case Keenum threw an interception and was just looking terrible, would turn to their rookie, Dwayne Haskins. They said he can't run. Well, actually, he can run a little. Takes them down inside the 5 there. But 3 plays later on a 3rd and goal, he's looking for Vernon Davis. Not even close. They kick a field goal, and then things would fall apart just completely for Haskins.
Yeah, this is really a little bit of a tendency for this Washington offense. You could see that Landon Collins thought, okay, I got a really good idea what this play is going to be. Peppers got a really good idea what this play is going to be, undercuts it.
Look, at the end of the day, Haskins threw 3 picks. Daniel Jones threw 2. So there's a lot to talk about with the rookie quarterbacks here. Let's start with the Giants. Let's go half full rather than half empty. Daniel Jones is a guy that you have been critical of in the past. You were very impressed with him last week. What did you see yesterday?
Yeah, a little bit more like a resetting of the market in a way, right? I mean, he looked a lot more like the kid that I saw on a film a ton at Duke. I said that he was a lot like Alex Smith coming out of college, where short passes, he was going to pick you apart, really accurate. But when he wanted to throw the ball downfield, sometimes the ball died a little bit. Sometimes when he had pressure in his face, he made some mistakes. So again, great week 1, a little bit more back to earth yesterday. Not a cause for panic, but when he gets some pressure in his face and wants to deliver the football downfield like the case is for a lot of quarterbacks, he tends to make some mistakes. And that's a little bit of part of his game, that ball dying downfield. Short stuff, he will pick you apart.
What do you think, Rex?
I thought it was a better performance than that, obviously, and maybe I'm seeing things through rose-colored glasses, but I don't think so. What I saw was a guy that kept his poise in this game and a guy that used his athleticism again to get some big first downs. And look, every quarterback struggles with pressure in his face, obviously, right? I mean, it's hard to step in your throws and be as accurate as you want to be. So we saw some of that. Yeah, is he human? Is there going to be growing pains? It's only his second game. What I saw, they won the game 24-3 or whatever it was.
Yep.
And to me, he made some big plays and extended, some runs on 3rd down as well. I thought he played well.
Yeah, for me, I agree with you completely. I mean, he's an athlete. He makes plays. He can make every single throw. And he has recharged something in that Giants locker room that Eli wasn't able to do. It almost makes me feel like Danny Dimes has a little bit of a William Wallace inside of him. That defense, before he got in the game, everybody said stunk. Everybody's like, it doesn't matter how good Danny Dimes is, the Giants defense stinks. Do you know what has happened to that Giants defense?
They still stink.
They do still stink.
False. They don't stink as bad. They've been able to create 5 turnovers since Danny Jones has come on the field, 0 with Eli on the football field. And the opposing team's QBR has dropped 50% since Daniel Jones has gotten on the field. That does some things for your team. The defense knows that they got a guy on offense. It elevates everybody's play. Or potentially, Daniel Jones is playing against a Redskins team that is absolutely garbage, a dumpster fire. Jay Gruden could potentially be consulting with the Oakland Raiders in about 3 to 4 weeks under his brother John Gruden's team. But I would like to give a little bit more credit to what Danny Dimes has brought to the entire organization, not just to the offense.
I'd like to pick up on the second part of what you just said, because there are more quarterbacks who were ruined in the National Football League than are developed. And if you're in Washington right now, you know 2 things. One, you know that firing Jay Gruden does not even begin to address the problem. And if you think it does, you haven't paid attention to the last 20 years. So that's A. B, and this to me is a bigger problem, I don't think that the coaches want or wanted to draft Dwayne Haskins. I don't think they want to play him. I think that is being dictated from upstairs. I think Dwayne Haskins knows it. I think that's one of the reasons you're seeing the body language you are from him. Right now, I'm genuinely concerned because, again, this is how you ruin a young, talented quarterback.
Well, and look, in all fairness, look, he played terrible in the game. You know,
if he wasn't ready to play, he wasn't ready to play.
He wasn't ready to play. We get it. He only had 1 year playing experience.
Right.
And compared to Daniel Jones, who had 3 years as a starting quarterback in college, it still matters that way. But I look at it this way. Greeny, is there going to be competition? I said it early in the season. There would be competition for that first pick. Is Washington one of those teams? They certainly look like.
And to your point, Dwayne Haskins never really faced adversity on the field at Ohio State. It's certainly in wins and losses last year. And now he's part of a really bad football team. And that might lend to some of that body language. The reality is it's not time to start Dwayne Haskins because he's not ready, and they have no choice because they're that bad of an organization.
There will never be a time, I don't think. I mean, that Redskins team, just like you said in the New York Times, Greeny, is in a bad spot.
They are, right now, they are the worst of the non-tanking teams. Of all the teams that are trying to win football games, they are the worst at it. All right, let's get up and go. El, what do we have?